On July 29th, 2012, 14 National Guard soldiers from around the country gathered in Fort Benning, Georgia. They spent 1 week battling physical exhaustion, sleep deprivation, and oppressive heat in events that tested their physical strength, tactical knowledge, and weapons proficiency. One non-commissioned officer and one soldier were left standing. All 14 proved themselves worthy. This is their story. This is the National Guard Best Warrior Competition.
In preparing for something like this, I think it's the fear of the unknown. You can train as much as you want, but there's hundreds of warrior tasks that they can attack. So it's just the preparation.
You know, I have my expectations of a couple things that they can throw at me, but in regards to what exactly it's going to be, you know, I think that the surprise element there is really going to set a few people apart from each other.
I competed last year in our state competition and lost by 1 point to the guy who came here for nationals from Mississippi. And I never stopped training since then. So it's been almost 2 years of constant, grueling physical torture.
I've been doing some running, some physical activities. I've been doing some ruck marches. I've been getting a little bit of range time at Fort Chaffee, studying, doing mock boards, just trying to prep myself and imitate what we believe will happen down here.
My children will sit down and they'll quiz me, and so will my wife, and we go to the incline together, we go ruck together, so you got to include them into everything because it takes up so much time that if you don't, you just neglect your family too. So
a warrior must be prepared mentally and physically. The warrior mind is trained, requiring an ability to think critically, assessing a situation to adapt and overcome. The physical regimen is exacting, focused on endurance, agility, strength. To excel in combat, the warrior must know himself, must understand weakness as well as accomplishment. The mind compels the body to move beyond its limits. A soldier cannot quit. A soldier's mind cannot fail. A soldier's body cannot falter. This discipline is survival.
This competition gives me a great opportunity to not only learn and compete, but it trains me, and I am able to bring this experience back to my unit and share it with my fellow lower enlisted, and if I become a sergeant, I'll be able to teach them directly from this.
My home company unit, they're all very proud, in my battalion as well. Me doing this on the national level kind of puts them on the map, and it gives them something to be proud of.
Like I said, it develops you not just as a soldier, but more importantly a leader. And you know, I get to meet all these people that I otherwise wouldn't have met. I have a greater understanding of how this organization works as a whole.
The way of the warrior says, you should never take an unproven weapon to battle. It is about knowing what tools to bring to the fight and being proficient in that weaponry. A soldier must shoot true, and to do so requires intimate knowledge of these firearms. The mainstays of the modern warrior: M16, M9, M249, M250 cal. Without knowledge, these weapons are only objects. This knowledge is survival.
I joined the military 2 weeks after my 17th birthday. I needed the Army to help kind of grow me up. It made an impact in my life, put me in a situation where there were actual consequences. It put me in a situation where I had to do the right thing, or I had to reach down in my gut and work hard and exert myself physically and mentally and be committed to something. And I needed that as a teenager. And so the National Guard, and the training and the drill sergeants and the responsibility of being a soldier really grew me up fast. And I would say it's like outstanding for anybody, especially someone who needs a little bit of direction.
I would definitely say that it's life-changing. It's a lot of commitment. You have to put your all into it, and it'll pay off. It pays off school. It gives you a job and everything. It allows you to tap into a different source that you never tapped in before. Not only as a soldier, but as a professional in general.
I'm a human resources NCO, and I'm a female, and I'm from a Joint Force Headquarters unit, not an infantry unit, not an MP unit, and I did this. So I think if I did this, anybody could do this, and you have to erase that doubt from your mind and just go with it.
Battle is movement with purpose. The warrior positions himself safely within striking distance. Always moving forward, never faltering. It is calculated, deliberate, planned. Control is essential. Emotions, fatigue, and pain are obstacles. This focus is survival. One soldier and one non-commissioned officer distinguished themselves from the rest.
A lot of the things that we experienced here, I don't think any of the competitors were ready for. This was more of like a pre-ranger indoctrination course with lack of sleep and stressful situations for the last 4 or 5 days, where a lot of us were probably expecting more bored and slower pace of a competition. So I know that this definitely gave me a great starting point for the training going to the DA level.
When they announced my name, it was just, it blew me away. It's a very humbling experience, because the week I spent with these other NCOs and these soldiers, the camaraderie we've built, it just it makes it even that much greater to have received the award, simply because I know the competition I was against. I know how well they performed, and I know what kind of soldiers they are. And it's just, yeah, it's an awesome experience to be able to represent the National Guard.